All right, Psychedelic Experience, man. Today, I'm showing all stuff from the January St. Louis Record Collector Show. All right, so I'm going to start off, just show a couple of upgrades that I got at the show. This was a slow starter, but a big finisher.
Very nice.
Show for me.
Yeah.
All right, so Pink Floyd The Wall upgrade copy. It's weird because so I've had my original copy since high school. I paid $15 for that, and it was pretty scratched and pretty worn. Inner sleeves all apart and everything like that. This one, very minimal problems with the inner sleeves, which I think are really, really cool on the wall. And I paid $15 for this one. It was just one of those things where I just was not finding a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even finding multiple things in people's bins. Mm-hmm. And usually when I'm only buying one record, unless it's super pricey, I'll just pay what people are asking. Yeah. If I bundle, I'll do big reduction in price. So at the beginning I wasn't seeing much, so I picked up this, and it's actually a really clean copy. It sounds great.
Clean, man. It looks
really sounds good. So I'm happy about that.
All right, in the last video I mentioned a little bit the St. Louis Record Show. I don't have a lot to show, so I'm kind of going with some vintage vinyl finds.
Oh, okay.
Vintage vinyl in St. Louis. Some of this I found months and months ago,
but
I just haven't shown it yet. Some of it I found last week, including Pearls Before Swine.
Oh, you've been looking for this for a while.
I have. I found their Baklava album, or however you say it, at a thrift store for 25 cents. Loved it. And I've been looking for this ever since. This is One Nation Underground, their first album. Apparently they had a few different first pressings with different cover variations.
Oh, okay, that's
some were
cool.
black and white, some had a title on the top, some were this sort of sepia tone look, so, you know, just kind of depended on the pressing playing a little bit, I think. So, but pretty cool stuff. Tom Rapp, the lead singer of this, has a lisp. I didn't notice it on Baklava or these things too, but I noticed it a lot on here. It's a little annoying. It is.
Okay.
It's a little bit. So I don't love this one as much as I do the later stuff, but it's still pretty good. And that ESP disc, you know, the Bugs label mates and stuff. So anytime you can find something on that label, it's pretty cool to have. So this is like $10.
On the ledge, the leopard walks.
Another big upgrade for me. Plastic Ono band. The one I had, the right channel, had a constant screech in it. It was terrible, but it was still awesome because it was Plastic Ono band. So I got this one, really dug it. Really dig Plastic Ono band. For a long time I thought it was a super overrated album, and now it's come to fruition for me. So upgrade copy, glad to have it. I think I $5.
Nice.
You know, $5-6. Yep.
With meditation, there's no limit to what we can imagine.
They've had this for a long time. This is the Corporation self-titled, and then they got a second copy and they marked this one down. So I hopped on it when they marked it down. It was like $15. This is kind of it's kind of tough to describe. It's a little bit jazzy.
Sounds a little corporate to me.
Oh, I see what you did there. Womp womp. Now, this is a little bit jazzy, and actually side 2 is one track. It's a cover of John Coltrane's India. So I guess maybe a little bit progressive, but still psychedelic, a little bit garagey, really kind of a
Prag jazz,
down. Yeah,
Praz.
Yes, Praz. This is Praz rock.
Not praise rock.
I Want to Get Out of My Grave. The first track is it's a weirdly named track, but it's probably the best one on here. India, honestly, for a sidelong track, I enjoyed a lot. I think it's a cool cover. Pretty tough one to find. Actually, the other copy they have there is like $30. So I feel like I got a pretty good deal on this. Just the back, nice and clean copy. So pretty cool.
Yeah. This I effectively paid $5 for, just because I'm sort of rounding out a bundle. So I'll show you everything that I got in that bundle eventually. But this first one, Talking Heads, Remain in Light. I like Talking Heads more than I like most new wave bands, because I think they were interested in doing things that were different enough that they kind of feel like they go along with the psychedelic vein. I do like new wave in general, but Talking Heads, I didn't have this one before. Really glad to pick it up. Again, $5. It's in pretty good shape too, so glad to have it.
I slept on this album for a long time.
Yeah.
The Shocking Blue, self-titled. These guys were from the Netherlands, I believe. Big hit Venus.
Nederlanden.
But no, Venus was the big hit on here, and I sort of was like, yeah, I kind of like it. It's okay. The rest of this, though, is even better. It's really good psych rock.
That's cool.
It's really good.
I mean, Venus is an awesome song.
It is a cool song, but there's, like, this gets pretty deep and, like, lots of fuzzed up guitar with stuff on here. But the closing track, Send Me a Postcard, love that song. 2.5 minutes. It is a beautiful pop psych, like, nugget. Lots of fuzz. It's up tempo. Fantastic stuff. Really recommend this. If you come across it, I got this for like $10, so it can still be had cheap. Pick it up. Good stuff.
This was the first thing I picked up at the show. It was just one, again, where I was not at the beginning seeing a whole bunch of good stuff. So Rolling Stones 12x5, continuing my theme of getting into early Rolling Stone stuff. Cool. And again, it's in super good shape except for the spine, which I did have to do a tape on. But the record looks really good, and yeah,
it's crisp.
Back looks good.
That back though.
Yeah,
it's on fleek.
It's on.
Did I use that right? I don't even know.
I think you did, but you should be ashamed.
This is Bobby Callender, Rainbow.
Yeah.
Promo copy on MGM. Very, very, very deep folk psych. And very poetic lyrics. Like epic poetry set to music almost.
Not even the rain has such small hands.
Well, here you go. Here's a little taste. My rainbow of colors reflects the past and present. Each change has been indicated by the spectrum of my life, and only it knows the hidden colors of my future. That's basically what the lyrics are like. They don't even rhyme. It literally is just sort of free verse poetry set to music.
He's one of those guys who thinks that poetry has to rhyme.
I am. Dr. Seuss is my kind of poetry. Thank you very much. But no, this is a really, really good album. The tracks aren't long. You would expect something like this to have like 8 to 9 minute long tracks.
Right.
They're about 3 and 4 minutes each.
Oh, okay.
I think $20 or $25 on this. A little bit of a pony up. I'd have to be in the mood to pull it out and play again. But for the cover alone, oh my god. My armpit is itching.
I've got like a weird. Like a face thing
Still
going
got the headache going on too.
A little bit of a headache, and I just farted.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. In this enclosed space that already feels a little bit like a Florida swamp.
You didn't know.
90 degrees.
You didn't know. I hit it. I hit it well.
Oh, man. Oh. Oh. What's me?
This next one is a jealousy generator. I think I paid $12.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Dock the radar station. A little later, Captain Beefheart and the Magic Band here. It's a promo copy.
It's cool.
Yep.
I love the picture of them on the back.
Yeah. Oh, man. How 80s are they? Come on, check that out. That's so terrible. But only thing, there's like a little ding right there. I mean, honestly, this is one of those ones that was like, yeah, I don't know if that ever got played.
That's cool.
Yeah. Clearly a radio station copy, and I got it for $12, and it maybe got spun once or twice before I grabbed it, so happy to have that. Yeah, me and the captain always making it happen.
In the top 10 of 2015, Psych Professor's Jealousy Generator hit me pretty hard with one album in particular, and I found not one, but 2 copies at Vintage last week.
Yeah.
$5 each. Condition, not the best on either one of them, to be honest. This is a US press on Volt. This actually played really, really well. It's a mono copy. Flick the mono switch on. A couple tracks had a little bit of noise under it, but it really wasn't terrible. It wasn't overpowering, so I was very happy about that. And the cover, for the most part, is in pretty good shape. It's intact, no seam splits or anything. This copy, however, is a complete mystery to me. I don't know it. It's the glossy cover, a little bit of the flip back there. Feels like a foreign, an import pressing. It's on a black Atlantic label. I can find no information, so if you're watching and have an idea of what this might be, let me know. I stoked to have this.
It's such a good album.
It's amazing.
It's just so good.
And I know you were big on it, and I was like, yeah, I like some of the stuff on it. When you hear it, front to back, it's
I listened to it a bunch
all
this
killer,
week too.
no filler,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. This one, again, I probably paid about $5 because it came with a bundle for the next record I'm going to show. But this one, I think I'm comfortable saying I paid $5. Otis Redding, Complete Dictionary of Soul.
Way cool.
Oh man, it's so good. It's so good. This is a cool record. Love me some Otis Redding. If you've watched any of our other videos, you know Otis Redding is my guy. He's my vocalist in the all-time band for the Psych Professor. Love this record. Oh.
This was a big want. I had actually never listened to the whole thing through because I wanted to wait until I had a physical vinyl copy of it. Love me some Van Morrison, and I finally have Astral Weeks. This is not an original. It's a 78 or 79 pressing on Warner, but it's a really, really clean vinyl copy. It is, I like Moondance. Love it, actually. I love Moondance. Really, really like Tupelo Honey. With Moondance, I was like, I don't see how Astral Weeks could be better than this. I don't see it. And it is.
It's better.
I don't want to say leaps and bounds, but it was one of those, like, halfway through this, I was like, this is way better than Moondance.
It's more than splitting hairs.
It is.
It's more than splitting hairs.
And Moondance is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's a 5-star album.
Oh, yeah.
Astral Weeks, though, oh my gosh, it's so hard to describe why this is so good. It's
so
beautiful,
good.
beautiful album. I will be playing this a lot this year.
Oh, you'll
see this.
You got to.
Next January, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You'll have to.
But my heart keeps beating fast.
So, I bundled that Otis Redding and that Talking Heads that I showed earlier. Again, I'm saying I got those for each about $5 because what happened was a guy came in, just happened to be at the right place at the right time, sets his bins down, and he had some great stuff. A lot of it was, there were things I regretted that I didn't grab. Really, I regret that I didn't grab. But the next record really stood out to me. It was one of those things I never really thought I'd see a copy of it in this particular form. So he had a $50 price tag on that. I talked him into $50 for the record that I'm about to show and the Otis Redding and the Talking Heads. So I got a really good deal, in my opinion, on an original cover of Electric Ladyland. Not an original pressing. Nobody freak out. Nobody be like, oh my gosh, you only paid $40 for that. It's a 73 Polydor. But really, other than that, most of it is pretty faithful to the original track record pressing. It's got that cool fold out there. I never really thought I was going to see anything other than a recent reissue of this, at least over on this side of the pond. I thought I'd have to go shopping in Europe to find this. So to have the 73 Polydor one, the discs, they sound pretty good, a little bit of surface noise. John Peel once said, life has surface noise. Yeah, that's right. So anyway, look at this cover, man. I know Hendrix didn't like it. I know he liked what ended up being the inside photos from the US pressing and wanted those in some way to be used, but it's just cool to have this, man. And the records, like I said, other than a little bit of surface noise, they sound really good. So it's awesome to have a British pressing on Polydor of Electric Ladyland. It's kind of a big find early in the year.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's awesome.
Those are our recent vinyl finds. Show us what you found lately out there in the VC. We want to thank people for VCLT that they've sent our way in the last couple of weeks as well. We will keep searching. We hope to see you at the record store, but until then, avoid scratches and stay in the groove. See ya.